I'm Bob Hallmark in Gladewater today. Nostalgia meets progress and growth today in a very special event. This is a walk down memory lane. I want you to take a look over my shoulder here. You're going to see these are the hallways of the old Gladewater School. If you've passed by Highway 80, you've seen this 1,000 times. A very old stately building. And that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is because former students, classmates from years and years and decades ago have come here today to walk these halls and to relive some memories. And there's another purpose for it as well. And to explain that, we're joined now by Michelle Palmer, the Executive Director with the Gladewater Economic Development Corporation. Now, Michelle, tell me a little bit about what's going on today. What are we doing here?
Well, we have had a really great opportunity given to us by the school and by the new developers of the building. They opened it up to be able to allow people who have been former students to come through and see it before any changes are made.
Okay. This is a very unique event because we're talking, as I mentioned in the open, this is not only nostalgia, but it's partly about growth. It's partly about business here.
Yes.
And one of the things that's interesting about this is that the folks have an opportunity to come back and maybe relive old memories one more time.
Yeah.
I guess before the building is turned into whatever it's going to be turned into.
Yes. So a lot of people have had concerns that it's going to be demolished or it's going to be drastically changed, and I would like to assure everybody that while the developers haven't revealed what their plans are going to be, they bought it to preserve the integrity and the history of the building, so they have a special connection to it as well.
Okay. If you've never seen the building, it's worth a look from the outside to take a look at what schools used to look like.
It's beautiful.
It's really a marvelous structure. Now we're going to hear from a couple of classmates, class of 57, who are going to talk a little bit about their memories of coming through here.
Oh, it's nostalgic and familiar. You never get over what you grew up knowing. So I lived in the neighborhood, so I knew it front and back.
I miss it. When we left here, we went to Gladewater High School out farther.
Right.
But this is home to me.
We just walk from one end to the other. It sure doesn't seem as big now as it used to be.
Now this goes on until about 3 o'clock. Noon today. I'm sorry, not 3 o'clock.
No, we have a short window of time, but we wanted to make sure that everybody would have an opportunity to walk through those halls. The generosity of the developers to allow this community to come back and reminisce is really profound. I think it speaks to their heart for the building and the community.
Now, there was a big response to this, and part of this was, as you can tell, it's getting a little loud in here, but part of this was they had to actually put people in the auditorium to you had so many people that wanted to do this, I guess you had to kind of do it in stages at this point.
We did. So we had people that were flying in from other places to be able to take this opportunity. We've had people who have shared it on Facebook so many times. Just in the first 24 hours, it had been shared over 190 times. So a much greater response than we initially expected, but we're very, very happy that this community values its history so much.
Right. And you heard right. People flew in from other states to be here today.
Yeah.
So very, very special time for them. More importantly, the growth aspect of this. Every town wants to attract businesses. They want to attract new jobs.
Yes.
And that's the important part of this, is that this is going to be a useful business here.
It will be. It'll have a multi-phase. They'll have a multi-phase approach, and while like I said, I can't really divulge what they plan to do because they haven't been solidified, I think that it's going to be something that showcases what a diverse place Gladewater really is.
Okay. Michelle, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And we'll have more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV WebXtra, I'm Bob Hallmark.